Coming up on today's show, we do what?
We stick to sports?
We cure racism.
Oh,
At least the NFL makes an attempt to do so.
Also on the show, we have comedian Sam J. She's going to join us. We're going to have some laughs. And she helps us figure out, speaking of racism, whether or not something is racist.
I want to shoot my shot, too.
Ooh, ho, and wait till you guys find out who she is shooting her shot at.
There's a lucky fella that I'm coming after.
Yes, she is.
She's a superstar.
She's thirsting. I mean in a good way.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Stick to Sports. Jay and Cari, Cari and Jay, good to see you. Again, Jemele, my promise.
You're sticking to it.
I am.
I have to give it to you.
Surprise.
Yes, I am very surprised. Cari cannot curse.
I'm not.
Because her mother told her she has a potty mouth. Her mother, who taught her to curse, said she had a potty mouth and she needed to clean up her act. And there are big stakes on the line. As you guys know, Cari is a huge Laker fan. So if she curses during any of these shows, she will have to wear one of these.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Here's the worst.
Wear one of these.
You are the absolute worst. Who would have got? Does that say Kawhi Leonard? That is not Kawhi Leonard's jersey. You are, well, first and foremost.
What? You wouldn't wear this?
Kiss my aspirin.
Good. Look at that. Oh, wait. We already have you in
it. You
it.
know what? That's blasphemy. I'm not
is
wearing,
that fake news?
That's fake news, guys. That's fake news.
If it's on the internet, it's real, Cari.
Hey, no, it's not. Okay, so here's the deal. I think I can make it through. Can I not?
Now, I think because you're sitting next to me, good luck with that, because I will be doing all the swearing. And so I know, because of my penchant of rubbing off on you, eventually
don't use
your
your SAT words with me, your penchant. Don't use your SAT words with me.
Well, maybe this next segment will make you want to curse. I can't believe it. Football is actually here, right?
All the days run together, and when we were discussing this in the morning meeting, I'm like, it don't start for a while, do it? You're like, no, this week. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
How did I miss all of this?
So I don't know if you missed this part with the NFL starting this week.
Yeah.
They are ending racism.
You know what?
Literally, in racism
Get out of
will
here.
be one of two messages that they will have on the field. In racism, in one end zone, and the other one is it takes all of us. It takes all of us. All of us.
Okay, all lives matter.
To end racism.
All lives matter.
All, and you may or may not hear the Black National Anthem. There was a report a while ago.
You know what? Okay, so you guys, side note, Jemele tried to ask me to sing the words. I don't know the words, and I
you know the beginning, right?
Lift every voice and sing. Okay, can't
till
get
earth and
sued. We ain't got no money on Vice. You're not supposed to sing. This come out of your paycheck if you keep singing from your neck.
Oh, we don't have a show budget for that?
No.
It's the Black National Anthem. Anyway,
nah.
Cari, I say all this to say,
okay,
what do you make of the NFL's latest attempt to show that they really believe that Black Lives Matter?
You know what? It's hard to believe that. This is what I will say. Roger Goodell essentially came out earlier in the summer and said they got it wrong. So when Roger Goodell did that, and Commissioner Goodell, I'm sure you're watching, when you did that, you essentially opened the door for your players, for the coaches, for everyone involved, hopefully, for them to understand that you really, truly believe that Black lives really do matter. However, all these symbolic gestures, Jay, where they are putting notes in the end zone and we got it wrong, that's fine. But there's a systematic history of racism within the league. And it kind of feels like, you know, when you with your white friends and they be like, all my best friends are Black. My closest friends are Black.
So, okay, so they've advanced from just the one Black friend.
Yeah, my closest friends are.
Closest.
All of this sounds like one big, my close friends are Black skit.
Right. Well, here's what the NFL can do.
Give it to
rather
me.
than putting up signs that, or having your end zone say in racism, or it takes all of us. Here's what you can change. There are 3 Black head coaches in the NFL. There are 2 Black general managers. Just recently, they hired the first Black team president in history. That's trifling as hell, that all of that, right? First black, NFL been here 100 years.
Okay.
Just got his first black team president. So that's the part they need to work on.
Yeah.
So instead of sitting there in meetings and coming up with slogans, come up with a way to fix the structural inequality in your own damn league.
In the front office. You
In
can
the
give
front
all
office.
the coaches you want. I want some owners.
Yeah.
I know many of
Figure out a way to have your first majority black owner.
Yeah,
How about that?
How about that? That
Work
to
on
me it would be the first gesture if they let them into the club. I think the other thing is that when black people do get these opportunities and they're one of the first, they're terrified.
Yeah.
You got to get somebody who will come in there rumbling tables and shaking things up and kicking over doors and kicking in doors. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm that old uncle. You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Like somebody
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You be picking up what I'm putting down.
Yes, I am. I tell you what, though, you struggled to know the words to the Black National Anthem. I bet our next guest knows the Black National Anthem. I'm a quizzer. She is Emmy nominated, a fantastic comedian. She's got a brand new Netflix special called 3 in the Morning, and she is joining us next on Stick to Sports. But first, here's a clip from her amazing Netflix special.
We go to the British Museum. That's the biggest fucking museum in London, in the city. Go to the British Museum, it's huge. I was overwhelmed, I was high as shit. I walked in, I was like, holy shit. Because it was wing after wing after wing of stuff, and it blew my mind because I was like, wow, white people stole all this shit. Stole so much shit. All this shit is stolen. That's crazy.
With that bit of truth serum, as you like to call it, Cari, we welcome in the wonderful Sam J. Sam, thank you for joining Cari and I on Stick to Sports.
Thank you, Sam J. Welcome, welcome. You can hear the crowd screaming your name.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Both of us have watched your Netflix special. It was really, really hilarious. But I love the part at the beginning of it where you sort of recognize what a big moment it was for you to have this special. Your career is on the rise. What does this feel like for you as somebody who really went through a lot to get to this point?
Crazy. I think I'm feeling a little bit of like everything. Happy, excited, like tons of anxiety, just like all the things.
I want to get your take on what's going on in America today. Racism, Donald Trump. Are you sad or are you able to release a lot of this in your comedy?
No, I'm for sure sad. I don't know if there's enough jokes to not be sad, you know? The jokes are temporary, but like the state of what is going on with Black people in America, at this point, it feels so permanent that I don't know how you couldn't be sad.
Well, we won't make you sad the rest of this interview. In fact, we're gonna lighten the mood with a game called Is That Racist? One of the bits that you do in 3 in the Morning is about Trump being the first nigga president. So, is it?
Are we allowed to say that word?
I think we are. I think we get a certain amount.
I got excited. I was like, she just said it. Like,
I'm like, are we?
They bleep it.
I mean,
not,
culturally we're allowed, but are we allowed to say it
she
here?
did say it on her special. She said that.
But that was on Netflix.
Yeah, well, okay. We'll let the FCC deal with it later.
Okay.
So you did call Trump that. Is it racist to call white people the N-word? Is that better?
Yeah, clutch his pearls.
No. I don't think so. Like, I don't know. It's such a weird. We're in such a weird space with the word, right? I was just talking about this on stage last night because you see young kids, right? You see young white kids using the word to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're relating to one another, when they're talking to one another, and it's like there's this part of me that's older that wants to be like offended by that. When you see Trump, like, yo, that is like nigga behavior.
Guess what? She better than me, because if I hear a little white kid saying that word, I go get the belt.
Listen,
you about to get spanked
I'm
up in here.
5, 15, or 51.
You listen.
You gonna get these beats.
You gonna get these beats. You gonna get beat down. We are promoting violence in the moment. All right.
But I've also been a kid, and I'm like,
yeah, but you're a black kid. If I hear you say it, I'm okay with that, Sam J. If I hear a white kid saying it, first of all, if I hear any white saying it, period, I'm not okay with it. And I know it is a word, and everything you just said was eloquent and logically makes sense. But there is so much pain for me associated with that word when I hear it from someone else who is not in our group that I'm gonna get the belt. One more. Karen, Becky, Amy, Susan. I know it's played out, but are those names racist? If you were a white woman and someone was like, you've been a real Becky.
No.
Yes! All right, why is it that racist?
Because those are actual real names.
Even if it's not your name in that moment, if you behaving like the name, then that's
The
fine.
difference between that and the N-word is that was nobody's name.
You're right. Sam J on Stick to Sports. Thank you so much, my friend. Folks, coming up next, who do we have?
We have Jamaal Bowman.
Who is that?
Who is out here changing the world. He's in the Bronx representing, we hope. It looks like he'll be representing that
Won
district.
the primary. We're going to find out in November if he gets the 16th
Yes,
district.
we will.
Okay.
But he's joining us next to discuss some
Wu-Tang,
politics.
Wu-Tang Clan, I thought.
Oh, I thought it was politics. Both? They go together. I feel like this next segment was designed just for you, Cari. It's called Shoot Your Shot. Now, for those who are not familiar with the lingo, shoot your shot, it means put it out in existence. Holla. It's not just about hollering at, somebody you might be interested in. It's also about, maybe it's a new promotion you want.
Right, go to shoot your shot.
Yeah, go to shoot your shot.
Go after it.
So, Cari,
Give it all you got.
I'm told that you would like to give it all you got.
Okay, so here it is. When we first started this show, I was sitting with one Jemele Hill, and I noticed that we both had a mutual follower in common. And I go, I would like him to save me, Captain America.
You would like him to save you?
Yeah, that's what he does. I was like, well, why don't I just slide on in?
We're talking about Chris Evans, by the way. That is Captain America. Because I'm your friend, I decided to bring you your very own bobblehead.
Can we
Chris
leave?
Evans.
We're not supposed to touch. It's social distance.
Yes,
but
exactly.
Okay,
so
wait.
You could put that next to on your nightstand. in hopes that
how we look together?
One day,
America,
how do we? Look at
look?
that. I'm telling you. Those are relationship goals right there.
Let me ask you this, Chris. Scoot on in.
Ooh, for the real thing.
For you. Have you ever swirled?
Is that what you
Give me my bow, chicka bow bow.
Ooh.
Music. Have you ever dated a chocolate beauty such as myself?
Keep watching. This is a developing love story.
It's a developing love story.
I said, will Cari
get
Chris Evans?
All right, so our next guest, Jamaal Anthony Bowman, government name I'm using. I'm so excited that he is here. He was a former principal from the Bronx. Bowman recently won the primary against 16-term incumbent Representative Elliot Engel and is expected to win the seat in November for New York's 16th district.
I am happy. I am fired up. I cannot wait to get to Congress and cause problems for the people in there who have been maintaining a status quo that is literally killing our children.
And with that, so pleased to welcome Jamaal Bowman, New York's own, here on Stick to Sports.
Great to be here. Thank you so much. It's really a pleasure.
Let's talk about your education background. You're used to dealing with children, especially at-risk children. How does your educational background, how do you think that helps you and translate to your political career?
Well, first and foremost, I was an at-risk child myself. I was someone who grew up in public housing, was very angry as a kid when my father wasn't around. I'm a victim of police brutality myself. So those personal experiences helped me to be an educator that led first and foremost with empathy and compassion toward the students and families that I worked with. It's about working in collaboration with the community and making sure their voices are a major part of the policy that I'm going to introduce when I get to Congress.
It's interesting that you talk about your experiences, and you're very candid, but there's something here that is missing, and I need you to really be very super clear about this. Do you prefer early Ice Cube over Wu-Tang Clan? Or do you prefer Wu-Tang Clan over early Ice Cube?
Ooh,
Why are you trying to back me into this binary corner?
Because on this
unfair.
question, on this show, sir, we ask tough questions.
That's right.
Hard hitting. They delve deep into journalism.
I'm going to have to go with early Ice Cube over Wu-Tang Clan. And that might be blasphemy to people who know me and have met me throughout this campaign, because I was Wu-Tang all day throughout the campaign, and I still am. But we're talking about my formative years now with early Ice Cube. So we're talking about the NWA album, which changed the world. We're talking about, America's Most Wanted album. We're talking about Death Certificate. I mean, Ice Cube was that dude.
So Jamaal, right now we're seeing a little bit of momentum kind of go against Black Lives Matter. You have the president who is using these protests as political capital to say that, hey, if you don't vote for me, this is what this country is going to look like under Joe Biden. Is there any fear that it's actually being effective, that the fear-mongering that the president is using is actually working?
Well, Trump is a racist, he's a fascist, and he's a white nationalist occupying the White House. So I would expect nothing less from him and from the Republican Party who's following him. So that's what he's going to do. I'm not afraid, but I am concerned because what they have is a lot of energy toward this fear and division and hate. And I need for my brothers and sisters in the Democratic Party to match energy for energy. So while they're pushing a politics of fear, we have to push a politics of love and togetherness and community building. And we have to do it with the same energy. So I am concerned, but I'm also inspired by the continued protests that are happening across this country for the NBA players to strike in the way that they did, and to hear from Doc Rivers and Chris Webber and Jamal Murray and so many others was just incredibly powerful and exactly what we need in this moment.
I love that you brought up the NBA players. I got to ask you this. If you, in fact, could play in the NBA, we know that the Knicks... Jamaal.
He's already laughing.
Jamaal, why are we laughing? This is very...
You wouldn't pick the Knicks.
We were doing so well. Things were going so well. Now you gotta bring this up. Okay.
Jamaal, I know the Knicks are your team, and God bless you for that.
Yeah.
Right?
Amen.
God bless him for that. Right?
Right.
It is a struggle that only certain strong people can carry, and you have that. So if I said, Jamaal, I need you to suit up, what would you be? What you good on defense? You best on offense? Are you a shooter, or are you gonna be the sixth man? Where are you?
I'm a defensive specialist, I would say, and high IQ. I had an incredibly high IQ.
Okay.
Watching players like Isaiah, Kevin Johnson, and Magic growing up. So, I would have been all right. I would have held my own.
We appreciate you being here on the show. We wish you nothing but luck this upcoming November election, and I'm sure you'll be back on our show again. Thank you so much for joining us. Peace and love, and we wish you nothing but the best. So I'm so excited about our next guest. He's a former NFL defensive lineman in the sports world, but because we do more than just stick to sports, he has now transitioned, if you will, into a social media superstar. You know him as Old Head, Fat Wonder, Bigums.
I like the enunciation.
You gotta talk like that. Everybody, just take a moment and welcome in Spice Adams.
What's happening?
Hey!
Look at you, looking sharp. Fresh off the top.
This is Eastside Detroit right here. That's all this is.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely all Eastside. Look at this way he propped the foot up.
Oh, Head, you've been looking real trim in your videos, and so we were just curious as to what the workout regimen was. I saw you boxing. Do we just stick with boxing, or do we cut back on carbs? You at the cookout? What we doing?
Well, the thing is, you hit a couple 1-2s, couple uppercuts here and there, a little jogging, you know what I'm saying? I might walk around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But, that's all it is.
Okay. Bring back the knee.
Yeah.
What I like about you is that when you talk, you have all the gesticular motions in place. And so I seriously, we know you played in the league in real life. Give me a moment out of character. How does this all come about? Because this is genius. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It all started when I was a twinkle in my mother's eye. This just, I see a lot of my uncles and friends of the family that come around during the holidays or anytime we have a barbecue or something like that, and they're playing spades, they're playing dominoes, they're just talking about life, and everything is a movie. As soon as you see them, their outfits, the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they interact with people. And it's just an observation of everything that I saw growing up in Detroit.
By the way, that's culture. Like when we always say we don't know our culture, like we are entertaining all the time without even knowing it.
But look, I know often when you're on Instagram, you have advice about dating and relationships, you know, as America's Uncle would. So give us your idea of what a perfect date would be with a mature auntie, such as, say, somebody like Cari.
Now, with all that coronavirus is out, the best thing to do right now is to just do the Zoom or just come over to my house. You know what I'm saying? I ain't anybody got to spend no money. I cook for you, man. Come to the house.
But what you cooking though, old head?
Over Zoom.
Just nothing but the finest of cheeses for the grilled cheese, right? Put it there, flip it on, put some little bologna on there, and then you got to poke the holes in it because it forms a dome, right? So you poke the holes in it, but at first you got to rip the red string off the side of it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody quarantining right now, so you know you gotta adjust. You know, usually I take you out to a fine restaurant, Sizzler.
Yes,
Sizzler's still around?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, 5-star. It's 5-star, and it might be diamond at this point.
I want to talk about some things that we need some advice on. Guys who have short shorts, is that okay?
Oh, that's more than okay. I mean, you know, you can check this out right here.
Okay.
You know, right here. Now, what you want to do is, you know, everybody can see the quadruplus. It's the quadruplus maximus to go down to the ACL, the MCL, PCL, down to the shins and all that. And then today, it's a little humidity outside right now, so I ain't got no socks on, right?
Tell you the fact that he called it humility.
Yeah, it's humidity outside.
It's humility outside.
Yeah, right, because it makes you humble when it's hot outside.
You know, whenever it might, hold on.
Hey, you got a pager.
That's Miss Mabel.
Old head, AKA Spice Adams.
You're doing the work of the people. The culture's thriving, and we appreciate you.
Thank you, with the Teddy Riley hands.
We appreciate it. And what up, though, from the 313? Thank you for joining us.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Thanks for joining us. We will see you guys next time on Stick to Sports. I feel like I've gained.